Hello guys, I hope you are doing super well. Welcome back to my channel. Slightly different video today. It's going to be slightly shorter. It's a bit more authentic, raw, real, in the moment, because I was honestly this close to not doing this video. And then I thought, do you know what? This is the perfect time to do the video because I don't want to do it. And as a mindset coach and business strategist, I am always saying to my clients, it's those moments where you just want to stop, you want to shut your laptop, you want to have a lie-in, you want to snooze your alarm, you want to take a day off, that actually it's the most important time to take one step, to do one action, because that's that resilience and that belief that you're kind of reinstalling that you can kind of push through. Now, there's a fine line because sometimes pushing through isn't the right answer, but there is an element of discipline which is fundamental if you want to create like your dream life. And discipline is 100% how I've got to where I am in my life, in my business, because I have had, I've just made no not an option, if that makes sense. Like, I have showed up on the days that I don't want to. I have showed up when I have had no audience, no social media presence. I have continued to show up when I've launched things that people aren't interested in or that people don't show up for. You know, I don't let those things stop me from moving forward. And so today, like, it's the time of the month, I'm on my period, I have low energy, and I had this scheduled in my diary to film my next vlog. And I had other ideas planned of what I could do, but I was just like, I just don't have the energy to do that. And I was like, no, I made a commitment to myself, to my YouTube family, my YouTube community, that for the next 6 months from when I started, which was probably, I'm not actually sure, 6 weeks ago now, maybe 2 months, I lose track. Still relatively new, that I would post 2 times a week on my YouTube no matter what. One of them is now my podcast, which is like a video. The video version comes on YouTube. It's called It's Not Luck, by the way, if you're interested in checking it out. And then the other one was going to be more of like my life, a vlog about my routines, behind the scenes of my business, to do with like mindset, self-development, like all of the things that I'm interested and passionate about. I made that commitment to myself. So I'm not going to let myself down, which is why I am now here having a conversation with you. I thought, do you know what? It's better that I just show up, make a small video, because if there's someone else that's listening to this that is also having a day where they just feel like they can't be bothered, where they want to stop, give up, quit, throw in the towel, whatever it is, this is your message to take one action, one step, do one thing that's going to help you move forward in some way. Even if it's not as big as you originally planned, even if it's something that just feels like very menial, it's still worth it. Like, it's still going to be worth it. And that's why I'm here now doing this video, because I know I would have no regret. I will have no regret this afternoon filming this video, but I would have regret if I'd listened to that voice in my head that said, just don't do it. It's fine if you miss a video this week. No, like, that's not fine. Like, I'm not someone who is okay with that. In the same way that, like, I have commitments with my clients, I expect them to show up, honor their commitments, so I'm going to do the same as well. So if you're currently in a headspace where you don't have the energy, my question to you is, what's something that you can do right now after watching this video that's going to give you some energy? It could be going for a walk, it could be having a shower, it could be making a meal or like a smoothie, something that's like going to fuel you. Like, so many of us are dehydrated more than we realize, or we're underfueled, you know? And so little things like that, changing rooms, working from a different space, going to a coffee shop, those are things that all bring me energy. So like, after this, I'm going to go out to the high street. It's my husband's birthday tomorrow, so I need to get him a couple of little extra bits. The sun is out, I'll probably go for a walk, and then I'm going to come back and finish off my work. Luckily, I don't have a super busy rest of the afternoon. It is 3:10 as I am recording this, and I'm going to feel really good about it. So it's often just that little moments of check-in of like, is my now mindset what I want to listen to? Or is the future vision, my goals, my career ambitions, like the bigger thing that I'm building, is that the thing to tune into? And actually connecting in with the bigger why of like, why am I even wanting to go to the gym? Why am I even wanting to create this video? Why am I even wanting to meet up with that person for a networking coffee? The bigger why, that should be the thing, or that ought to be the thing that provides enough motivation for you to be disciplined to take the action. And actually I spoke about in one of my recent videos, I think it was on the last episode of It's Not Luck, is that we can't rely on motivation. Because like right now, when I sat down to film this video, I didn't feel motivated, but it was the discipline that allowed me to show up. It was the discipline that got me reaching for my camera, hitting record and filming this now, because of the bigger vision that I'm working towards. Like, I'm excited about where this YouTube channel is going. I am such a YouTube girl. Like, I consume YouTube like way more than Netflix, way more than any other channel. Like, I love watching YouTube. So that's why I'm committed to this channel, because I love consuming it. And so I'm excited to see where I can grow my channel with it as well. So what is the thing? So the thing that you can't be bothered to do right now, or the thing that you've been putting off doing for ages, why are you even wanting to in the first place? Because if you don't have that why, it's not surprising that you can't be bothered. Whereas if it's because you want to create more freedom, you want to quit your job, you want to feel the strongest you've ever been for your wedding day, you want to, back yourself more, whatever it is, like, what is the thing? And then connect in with that on a daily basis. That's what I find to be so helpful. That's why I love things like journaling in the morning as a way of reconnecting in with the bigger vision. My affirmations, my mantras, I always write like wins of the day, because rather than focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you do have. Rather than focusing on what people haven't come back to you about, focus on the conversations that you are having, or the times you have gone to the gym this week, or the good, like, healthy meals that you have eaten, rather than like the one chocolate biscuit that you ate that you shouldn't have eaten, So find the things that make you feel good. Find the things that bring you energy, because when we have energy, we are in a much better place to then do the hard things, go to the difficult conversations, ask for the pay rise, set up the business, like whatever it is that we're working towards. So that's why I wanted to just come on here and talk about that, because we all go through it. We all have days where we feel slightly less energized, where we don't feel as inspired. And I think it's important to say, like, there will be times when actually the best thing to do is to stop, is to rest. If you really aren't feeling well, then don't push through. That's not going to be helpful in the long run. But if it's simply that you can't be bothered, then that is the time to take the action. So it's kind of weighing up, like, am I actually physically in a place where I need to just be in bed and rest and switch off from socials and from screens? Or is it because I can't really be bothered? Or I didn't get enough sleep last night, or I'm not in the mood, or someone else has come up with like a better plan of like going out for a drink instead. It's not to say that we can't do both, but I promise you're going to feel better in the long run, and you're going to see much faster progress if you show up daily, regardless of how you feel. One conversation, one action, one email, anything. Because if you're doing one thing, even if it's one thing every day, in a year's time, you've done 365 things towards the goal that you're working towards. And that feels really encouraging. And what I find, and I do this with quite a few of my clients, it's scientifically proven that visual cues are really good for motivation. So create a chart, stick it on your fridge, have it by your laptop, commit to doing one thing towards your big goal every day for the next 21 days. Even like the next 14 days if you want. And tick it off every day. And I promise you that's going to help, not only from an accountability perspective, but it's going to motivate you. Not that we rely on motivation, but when you see it, you're then less inclined to miss out on a day. Because if you miss out on a day, I want you to start again from day one. And importantly, when you get to day 21 or 14, depending on what you're working towards, give yourself a reward. Take yourself for a coffee, give yourself a morning off, whatever it is, like, it doesn't have to cost money. It could be going and having an extra long lunch break in the park and reading your book. Like, do something that's going to make you feel good, because that's that reward. Like, I can't remember what it is now. There's like a sort of loop where it's like the action, the reward, the dopamine then fuels you want to take action more. It's really simple, but it works. And we want to keep it simple. And so that's why this video, I'm keeping it short. I had no plan of what exactly I was going to say. I just wanted to deliver the message of, I didn't feel like doing this video, but I've showed up. I already feel better now for doing it. And I'm proud that I've done it, because it's me honoring my commitments to myself. If we don't honor our commitments to ourselves, then how can we expect anyone else to honor them as well? It's like literally like a sign of respect to ourselves, respecting our bigger visions and not allowing the temporary emotions to dictate how we show up or how if we don't show up. It's like overriding that and being like, hang on a minute, just because I'm not feeling super energized, that's not a good enough excuse to not move towards my goals. That's not an excuse to create more abundance in my life. That's not an excuse to not go to the gym. There's such things as like slow movement or lighter weights or whatever it is, you can apply it to your situation. So let me know, pop it in the comments below. What is the one thing that you've been putting off doing? Or what is the one goal that you're delaying taking action on because you haven't really got a lot of energy or motivation? And how has this video helped you? I want you to share your stories with me. I always find them super inspiring, and let's inspire and encourage one another, because if I'm here saying this, I know that one of you is listening, is hearing it as well, is feeling it as well. We all have these days, but we get to choose how we feel. We get to choose the actions that we take. We're allowed to feel down, we're allowed to feel demotivated, we're allowed to feel lazy. That's fine, but don't let it become a habit. Don't let that be the default. Actually, see if you can override those feelings by rewiring your thoughts, by changing your focus, by choosing a new perspective. It's like, okay, I am feeling a little bit lower energy today. That's fine. So I'm going to create a lower energy video. Or I'm going to do a Pilates workout rather than a HIIT. Or I'm going to give myself an hour lunch break away from my screens. Or I'm going to go to bed earlier. That's fine. We can make adjustments, but we just don't want it to impact the bigger picture and the trajectory that we're on towards creating our dream life. And that's ultimately what I'm here to help you do. So let me know if this resonates. Share your thoughts with me below, and make sure you subscribe to this video for your 2 videos a week, as I promised you. My It's Not Luck podcast videos and conversations, and then those around my life in London and around the world as an online business owner, navigating her early 30s, running an online business, travel, food, health, hormones, all the rest of it. Trying to give you as much of like a real insight into my life and documenting the journey. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.